Hey you guys, it's Braid. Tonight we're here to react to Sedona Prince coming out and making a statement regarding everything that has been going around about her, the allegations of DV, and her just being an overall awful individual. This video is a tough watch. We are going to be discussing DV allegations and, in my opinion, somebody that just really doesn't understand what accountability is. So, nevertheless, if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so this video has, I think, over 5 million views, something like that. It only has 120,000 likes, which I think says a lot, and almost 27,000 comments. Now, the comments are obviously very full of people saying, wow, this is wild, this should have stayed on the camera roll, this should have never been released, we see what you're doing, accountability where is the actual, like, owning how horrible of an individual you are. The comment section is full of that. So we're going to watch this video in a true reaction style. There will be a lot of pauses. I know that some of you all don't like when I pause videos, but there is so much that happens in this video that is worth commentary. So spoiler, there will probably be a lot of pauses. Let's just start at the top.
All right, hello everyone.
So immediately, 3 seconds in, let's talk about how she is approaching this. She automatically comes on with a sigh and a smirk, as if I shouldn't have to be dealing with this, but here I am, so let me go ahead and get into it. This is not somebody who is truly ready to face what they have done and the level of hurt that they have caused other people. This is somebody who is sighing and scoffing at the mere thought of having to take accountability to the very same platform that has made her into this content creator that she calls herself, even though I see very little content being created by Sedona, but that's another conversation for a different day.
Seen and heard everything that's been said and what's transpired these last few weeks on the internet, and I have been quiet because I've genuinely just been listening and taking everything in. I have been holding myself accountable and reflecting into the mistakes that I've made and the things I've done in my past.
Okay, so let's just talk about her holding herself accountable. You will see as this video goes on, there is no accountability because she says that everyone is just lying and making up fabricated stories to slander her, and then she also brings her parents into it. The really funny thing to me is that Sedona says that she's been sitting back and listening, as if she's been just observing and trying to learn and realize, you know, the gravity of the situation. But in fact, she has been behind the scenes sending out cease and desist letters to people like Olivia, who came out with her story and all of the abuse that she endured at the hands of Sedona. There's also been other people that have come forward, and whether or not they were in a formal relationship or not, Sedona has hurt so many people. So you're claiming that you're sitting back and being quiet, but in fact, you've been sending out cease and desists and telling the New York Times that everyone is lying.
So I stumbled across an article from the New York Times that I'm in, but look what it says. Just look at it. Interesting. It's really crazy to me that the New York Times didn't even think to ask me for a quote or a comment on the situation. And only my abuser. Not only am I now being gaslit by her, but the New York Times? Are you serious? But if we really want to get into it, here we go. Roll the receipt. Receipt number 1. This is from May 22nd, and this is when I was trying to get my things back and proof of taking accountability. What is that? Oh. New York Times, you'd eat this up. So actually I left out some parts of the story. when I looked at her and I told her mom on the phone what she did to me, she was on speakerphone, she turned around and she did this to me. This is to her mother. Yep. Yeah. Another one from her mother, after I was posting on social media alluding to us breaking up. Didn't even allude to what happened at all whatsoever. And my mom and I did not sign an NDA, so I don't know what that was about. And the thing is, when you are abused, you are manipulated into this mindset that you were the one who did something wrong. And I don't know why, but for so long I felt like I needed to protect this person and their peace, even though they disturbed mine. So, if you have a good lawyer, let me know.
So you weren't sitting back and listening. You were doing what I just said.
In order to be completely honest and transparent with y'all and hold myself accountable to the internet, right? Like I should have done a long time ago. And
I think first and foremost, you need to hold yourself accountable to the people that you hurt. The internet comes second. Let's first talk about the people that you hurt and caused trauma and pain to, and then let's talk about the internet. This is the second time in the video, and we're 28 seconds in, where she talks about holding herself accountable. As the video goes on, as a reminder, we will see that there is no accountability to be had because she's continuing with the narrative that everyone is just lying on her and sending death threats to her parents, which, as a spoiler, there's no proof being shown that her parents have received any of the above.
I wasn't ready to yet until last night. My parents were brought into this, and now my 60 and almost 70-year-old mother and father have been receiving countless death.
So her bringing up her parents' age is simply to try to make people feel bad. This is not, oh, well, it's bad enough that my parents are allegedly receiving these kinds of awful messages. Let me also mention that they're old, and it's honestly to try to make people feel bad that these people that are 60 or 70 years old are receiving these negative messages that nobody should be receiving. As a side note, number one, you don't show any proof, and number two, you just admitted that if it weren't for them allegedly receiving these kinds of messages, you would not be making this video. You only cared once your parents were brought into it, allegedly.
Death threats and getting harassed all day and are scared. It's cruel, it's wrong, and it's not the way that we should hold each other accountable. It's just not right. Now, I have never abused anybody in my life. That's not who I am. That's not what I do. That's not what I stand for. I've never abused anybody emotionally, physically, mentally, verbally. That's not me, and that's not what I've done. That's not who I am. Now, in saying that, though, right, I know that I have not been the best partner, and I take accountability for that. I have not been a great...
You know what? Not being the best partner is, I don't know, when somebody asks you to go to the grocery store and pick up a gallon of milk and you purposefully don't do what they asked you to do and then you act like you forgot about it. I don't think that having a misstep or not being the best partner falls under abusing and leaving people with trauma once the relationship is over. Not being a good partner is silly, minuscule things that happen in a relationship, but at the end of the day, is it that big of a deal? No, but not being a good partner or trying to say that you're not a good partner, but you're actively abusing people is not, like, that ain't it. Yet, we are 1 minute and 11 seconds in, and there is no accountability to be had, just creating victims out of her parents with allegations with zero proof, and saying the accountability is going to be presented in this video. And as we can see, it is, I didn't do that. That's not me. That's not me. I didn't do XYZ.
Girlfriend at times, and I have fallen short so many times in my relationships. I wanted to give my all. I wanted to be the best partner that I could be. I just didn't have the right tools at the time, and I wasn't that complete person that I thought that I was. And to my ex-girlfriends, I genuinely am sorry. I really am. These past 4 months, and a lot of, the last years of my life, but especially these past 4
Imagine reading off of a script and it being a word salad of you still not taking accountability for the hurt and pain and trauma that you left these other partners with. This is not something that one person came out and shared their story. This is literally almost everybody that Sedona has been involved with having the most egregious story to tell when they come out of this relationship. This is clearly a pattern, and this is clearly also somebody that is not going to take accountability.
Months, I have been completely off social media and locked out from all the outside noise in the world to focus on myself and to go.
Okay, not on social media, but you were busy sending cease and desist letters to people like Olivia.
To intense trauma therapy and to heal so much pain that's been with me, right, for so long and affecting the choices that I make and the things that I do in my adult life. I have been journaling, right, meditating, these things that I need to do in order to be the best person that I can be and consistently grow and heal and learn and develop into the...
So let's talk about tools for just a quick second. I'm not sure what kind of tools you need as a human being to not abuse your partner. I'm not sure what kind of tools you need to not leave people with trauma once they exit the relationship with you. That is absolutely wild. You've been journaling and you're saying that you, even though you didn't do all these things, but I didn't have the right tools. So which one is it? Is it you didn't have the right tools, so you abused people, or is it that everything is fabricated and untrue?
Human being and the adult that I know that I can be. I hope that everyone involved in this can just find peace and healing and forgiveness, and that we can move on and learn something from this, and that, you all know that in my life, all I strive to do is to be good and to give back and to help people and to make this world a better place. And that's all I will continue to do. It is. So thanks.
Okay, so I lost brain cells listening to that word salad of garbage. I am going to insert Olivia's perspective right here.
I've just been listening and taking everything in. I have been holding myself accountable and reflecting into the mistakes that I've made and the things I've done in my past in order to be completely honest and transparent with y'all and hold myself accountable to the internet, right? Like I should have done a long time ago. Now, I have never abused anybody in my life. That's not who I am. That's not what I do. That's not what I stand for. I've never abused anybody emotionally, physically, mentally, verbally.
What kind of apology is that? First off, taking accountability and then justifying your actions in the same video is not an apology. You confessed to me, my mom, Joe, everyone in my life. I have you literally taking accountability on text message, documented. Are we serious? And I don't believe in sending death threats to a person, but I also don't believe in gaslighting somebody into thinking that what happened didn't happen. Not only do I deserve an apology, Alyssa deserves one, Riley deserves one, Faithlyn deserves one. You didn't take accountability for anything. This is a bunch of bullshit. I'm sorry, but an apology is not making excuses for your actions in the same video. It's not. You left me in the jungle. You pushed me off the ATV, and I crashed off of it. You didn't talk to me your entire birthday and let me literally lose my mind in that hotel room, trying everything I could to help your day, until you then cheated on me right in front of my face with your boobies out. Remember that? Remember the video I have of that too? Yeah. There was no accountability taken whatsoever in this video, and I think you just should have not. You hit me, Sedona, multiple times, and then proceeded to square up over me and said,
I'm 6'7", bitch. You want to know what domestic abuse is? I'll show you. Because I was screaming at you, telling you to stop. And you know that. You took accountability for fucking everything. You told me you were going to get intensive therapy immediately after. But what did you do? You went and were with a whole nother woman in New York and then proceeded to hurt her because you were so blackout drunk. In case you needed a reality check, this happened in May. It's August. It's only been 3 fucking months. And if you were able to get therapy in that amount of time to rewire whatever trauma that caused you to do what you did to me and multiple other women, send that number my way, please. I honestly would have you rather stayed quiet than come forward with this bullshit excuse of an apology. So, thank you. Bye.
So here's what I will say to close this video out. I don't know who wrote Sedona's script. I don't know who worked with her to produce this video, but it was very poorly done. It was very hypocritical. It was confusing for anyone who might have been open to hear her side. But I think when you show a pattern of being a very, very bad individual, your time's kind of up. For me, I would never put an ounce of faith into anything that Sedona did current day, because I think that she has shown us all that she is not equipped to be a good person. And that doesn't mean just in a relationship. That means as a generalized term, you are not a good person, and people that are proven to be bad people, I check out. So I would love to see those journals. Can we do a journal reveal? Let's see what Sedona's been writing about. That'll never happen. Just like the death threats towards her parents will never be shown, because in my opinion, this is all just to try to save her ass. And I don't think it's working, but in the meantime, we're here to talk about it. So either way, I had a really busy day. I was cleaning all day. Obviously, my hair is wet. And I figured, you know what? I'm never too busy to sit down and call out someone like Sedona. So drop your thoughts down below. If you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.